Katherine Tegen Books and Harper Audio present All the Dead Lie Down by Kyrie McCauley, performed by Jeanne Syquia. For those who worry too much and sleep too little, cluttering up midnights with their many thoughts, I hope these pages serve as a proper distraction from all that catastrophizing you are doing over there. And for my grandmothers, Helen and Doris, I'll spend my whole life trying to be for others what you've been for me. Part 1. Morning Bells and Death Knells. One need not be a chamber to be haunted. Emily Dickinson. The sleeping house really did look as though it was at rest. Its windowed eyes were long shuttered shut. The ivy was so overgrown that it covered the house like a mourning shroud. Every so often, its wooden bones shifted, settling deeper into the bed of dark soil on which it was built. But that was the first deception of the manor. Its name. The sleeping house was very much awake. Alice Lovelace, The Sleeping House. 1. A Bird in the Hand. The mourning dove's bittersweet call was cut short, strangled into a silence that was even more unnerving than the birdsong itself. It was the first sign that all was not well at Lovelace House, and like most early signs of sickness, it was subtle, easy to miss. Marin Blythe barely noticed the sound at all. She certainly didn't notice its abrupt end. Marin was preoccupied, still thinking about the strangeness of the driver who had dropped her off at the gate, refusing to take her all the way to the house. "Place is cursed," the man said. He didn't slam on the brakes or act hysterical. His voice didn't convey fear, despite the distance he insisted on keeping from the mansion, but rather something more like boredom. "It's cursed, of course, everyone knows." His tone had been dry, humorless. A calm acceptance of fact, like he was telling her to carry an umbrella because it looked like rain. And while he may not have known Marin's business with Lovelace House, he didn't care to keep her from it either. So out Marin went, onto the gravel path. But a few minutes later, as she rounded the last bend of the driveway, Marin looked up, her curiosity blooming. It was just a house. A large house, and an old one, but just a house. Marin rather liked the ivy that climbed one side of it, all the way up to its rounded turret. She liked the weathered gray stone peeking out from underneath the greenery. She liked the front steps, wide and grand and welcoming. She liked that there were windows in surplus, which told her that the inside of the house would be filled with streaming sunlight during the day. Marin couldn't stand dark, cramped spaces. Not anymore. She lifted her suitcase, shifted her backpack from where it was slipping off her shoulder, and approached the house. "Cursed," the driver had said. Stories, thought Marin, and not even very good ones. Marin stopped to rearrange her skirt. The cheap polyester tights she'd worn were itchy, and their static cling had harassed her the entirety of her cross-country flight. "When I finally take these off, I'm burning them," she vowed. When she looked back to the house again, a woman stood at the top of those wide front stairs. She was easily the most elegant woman that Marin had ever seen. She must have been nearly 6 feet tall and wore a long dark blue dress that pinched at her narrow waist. The navy was stark where it contrasted with the woman's skin, light as porcelain, as though she avoided sunlight altogether, locked away inside the house behind her. High cheekbones graced her face, which was framed by dark blonde hair cut like a razor's edge just below her chin.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?